Alright, welcome to the stream. I'm Jake, and we're playing some Super Mario Sunshine. This is Delfino Plaza. Definitely haven't tried to play anything just yet. We've just started the stream. And yeah, we're going for a little bit of a speed run of this level. It's just a little level we like to play in the old Hotel Delfino. It's a very obscure category. Not many people run it, but you know, we're going to try our luck today, see if it goes. So the way you play it is you play up to this many stars and or this many star shines and blue coins there, and then you play up to this level here, to this episode, and then you see if you can get through this episode as quickly as possible. Now what you see is probably going to seem strange to most of the speedrunning community, because the strats, they're probably not, you know, something that you would normally see during a speedrun, but that's only because they're very advanced strats. See? So you see, we got up to the hotel manager here in record time. Just press the button, a really lot of stuff, you know, going well. Yeah, yep, keep going. In we are. So we got in here. Now we just need to fuck up these guys here. Let's get up here onto these platforms, these formy platty-doos. And yeah, you got to fall down there, and it's very important for kind of strats, just because if you don't do that, then you're gonna fall later on in the level unexpectedly, and you don't want that. No, definitely don't want that. So now we're up here. Got to do some tricksy ghost platforming here, and get this guy down here, all the way over here. And you've got to get them as far away from each other as possible for this strat, and that's only so you can fuck yourself, like what I've done here. You see? And then what you do is you get off the platform again, and you wait for them to turn back into boos. You see, and then see what I mean? You just do that. See, now that they're a lot closer together, and you got to get hit by that boo. It's called damage blocking, and it happens a lot in this game where you're trying to block the damage that happens as a Mario player. See, and you go up to this third level here. It's a lovely little level, and then you switch to this nozzle here. You jump, and then you're in the level. There you go. Now, once you've had Flood stolen from you, it's very important that you watch the cutscene. You have to watch the cutscene. It's a very important strategy there. If you don't do this, you're not going to get a very good run. And I would say to reset if the cutscene skips in any way. Now, then you just run in here. Now you have to get each and every one of these. You don't want to skip them at all. You gotta just jump on their little heads there. Just kill them without mercy. As it is. Now, very important, a lot of people forget this, you got to get the coin. Without the coin, you can't beat the game. Okay? You can beat the game just like, you know, conceptually, but you can't beat the game, you know, in terms of, you know, actually winning. Oh, see? And there you go. That's what happens when you don't get the coin. I know it looks like that I got the coin, but it was actually a false coin. So then you start again. Now, I know I've lost a little bit of time there, but what you'll see here is that's actually very crucial. It's actually very crucial to lose your first run of this level, because you want to only have 2 lives here. See? So we stand on their heads again. There we go. Alright. So guys, once again, you're gonna try and get this coin here. Now, we didn't get it properly last time, which is why we lost, but that was integral to our success. So we've got to move on here. Then we just bounce. And bounce. And bounce. It's just like that, guys. Really simple stuff. Just some baby level platforming here. Really, I did it with a blindfold on. It was so easy. But the next trick is actually a little bit difficult. You've got to be really elite gamer to do this bit. It is yeah, just jump off the fucking platform like a noob. You know, to do that like a noob actually takes a lot of skill, and then you need to again, and the reason why you need that coin there is just because, you know, it shows people how elite you are. And then you've got to lose this at this level of the stage. You need to lose at this sand bit because it just brings up the pressure within you, and it just makes you want to beat the level even more because you know it just makes you so mad. And that's really the I guess the essence of speedrunning here is that you've got to make yourself really angry, just super fucking mad that you fucked up at that point, because you know you never know when you're going to be able to do that again, and you know you've just got to keep yourself on your toes. Right? Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, we've got to get the super important coin here. Very important that we get the coin here. And then we go here. So again, we wait a little bit and then go. I know it seems a little bit counterintuitive again to a speed run because we're supposed to be speeding through the game, as it were. But we've you know, again, there's very advanced strats happening here. A lot of RNG that we're trying to manipulate. So yeah, as we go through the game, we're just trying to, you know, make sure that we have the most optimal RNG to suit our run. So now we're just running here. Yep, now I didn't mention the sand before, but you do have to sing the Spice Girls. I am tempting fate a little by not doing that at the moment, and as you can see, that kind of wrecked the run. But that was just more a presentation of how not to do the speed run. Now this is a game over situation now. We're all about to see some real strats here, and it's actually integral. Once again, I can't emphasize this enough. This is actually very integral. You have to have 0 lives in order to get this speed run down pat. Do you know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? You're picking up what I'm putting down. It doesn't look like it doesn't really look like you're understanding, but that's okay. Understanding is a three-edged sword, as they say. So again, we have to get this coin here. It's a lovely coin. It's a beautiful gold coin. Got to get that coin. Then we get up. We just got to get up and get down. Get up, up, and get down. Jump around. Hey, jump around. And you see, that's the problem. I didn't jump around. I just jumped. And I didn't jump. And now it's a game over. Now that's an excellent way of showing that you can still have perfect precision, and yet if you don't have the strats just right, it can all go very, very wrong. You need the strats, and you need to do them very carefully in order. Now, I don't know if you are aware of this, but you actually have to lose one of the runs. That's exactly what we did. We have to lose one of the runs in order to get it perfectly. And I'll tell you why. Because there's a little trick with the RNG where if you lose it the first time, then the next time it's just not going to fail whatsoever. You'll get it every time. It just ups the consistency of the run, and it means the run actually starts from here. This is where the timer starts. Now, I'm new to Twitch, so I don't really have a timer set up, but that's where you can start the timer. Of course, we sit on that home screen there for a little second. That's okay. We have plenty of time. Hotel Delfino, of course, we want to linger on that cutscene again. It's very important that you linger on cutscenes when you're doing a speed run there. Now, as we go forward, we're going through. We're not even using the water trick to slide on the water to go up to the guy. We're just going to talk to him. We're just going to talk to him. Press the A button really fast. That's what you need to do. And then once you're in, you're in. But you know, we're not done here. We actually need to get to the stage once again. So let's do this. See? Now that's a very important trick that I just did, and I understand if you couldn't see that just right, so we'll try it again, okay? So what I did was I flailed madly with the water there, and then what I did just went up on the platform, like so. Exactly. See what I'm doing now? See? It's manipulating the RNG of the game in order to get the precision that you want. And it looks like I'm just flailing about, not doing much. But from the trained eye, what you'll see is that I'm actually doing very, very well. And I'm making very good time. Yep, see? And so, when we do this... There, see? what kind of skill. If I wasn't skilled, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But because I'm skilled, because I can do this, there we go. Would you look at that? Bit of platformage here. Now, a lot of people, they don't really understand the intricacies of the platforming in Mario Sunshine, but I do. I'm a Mario Sunshine connoisseur, as it were. So, see? And then you got to go into the map. Once you've gone into the map, you come out again. You just got up to the third floor here. And once again, we just pop on in to Boo's mouth, just like so. So now you gotta make sure that you watch the cutscene here. So that's something that's very important, and I don't think I've mentioned it. Is that if you don't watch the cutscenes from start to finish, you actually get a worse time. It's one of those things. Anyway, we've got 3 lives. We're in the best position possible. So what we want to do is just run through, step on these guys' fucking heads and kill them dead, because they fucking, you know, they hate us. Anyway, we've got to get the coin. Have to get the coin. It's actually integral to the run that you get the coin, and you do that. That jump there again, it's for the RNG purposes. We've got to manipulate the RNG to make sure it's just right for our run here. And that's the same here. We're waiting here to manipulate the RNG. There's actually a clock that's running behind Mario at the moment that if you're in the wrong spot, it'll actually just not do the right things with the RNG. So that's why we're doing that. It's kind of like the bus stop trick in the original Super Mario Brothers game, but it's a little bit more intricate because it is a 3D game, of course. So as we run across the sand here, if you want to be my lover, got to get with my friends, friendship, something never ends, and all the rest. That is a Spice Girls hit there, guys. And again, that is integral to the run that you do that. Now, the reason why I've come to the top level here is actually it's a speedrunner's trick where you come here and you get a life. Now, you don't necessarily need the life for the run, but it is good for the RNG manipulation, as is that move there. Now, what we want to do is just not want to move too much on this platform here. It's very, very rickety. And when I say rickety, I mean it's like if Rick from Rick and Morty invented a platform. That's basically what this is. And you see now that what I've done there is just it's again for the manipulation of RNG, because obviously I can't do it in the first run. You've got to do it in the second run when you've got 2 lives. That's just the way you do it. So now you just got to do it again. But now you've got the life. Well, you've actually got 3 lives again. Now, you're saying, but you've just said that you need 2 lives to do it. Well, watch what happens. Just watch. Okay? You'll see it in a second. Yeah, it's a little bit of a surprise for you guys. A little bit of something to help you, you know, have a little bit of mystery to this. So I'll leave that for future Jake to explain as to how we succeeded at this run. And we're actually making world record time here, guys. So I hope you're all hyped. Hope you're all having a great time today. Let's see here. Oh, yep. Here we go. Up we trot. Now, you can probably notice that we've done this bit several times now, and it's not usually something you would do in a single run, that you would do a particular section over and over again. But you see, it's actually, repetition is very important in speedrunning, in that if you don't repeat a section, you're not going to get the time that you want. Yeah? You see what I'm saying? So this part here, it's not really a part that's necessary to a run, but there's a life here that you want to get. Now, it's part of manipulating the RNG that you get this life. It's not really necessary to the actual speed run, of course, but you know, it's something that you need to help you with the rickety platform there. Now, you'll see there we've just done there is we've died. And of course, we need to have 2 lives when we want to try and attempt this run to get the perfect time, you see. And so what we've just done there is just brought our life counter down one. But what's that? It's only at 3. Well, you see, and there's a little bit of a trick to this, of course. And I'll save it for a little bit later. But you will see what happens when we get our life counter down to 2. So let's just continue on with the run here. I'll let you sit on this mystery for a while. We've got this coin here. It is actually very integral to the run that you get this coin. It's the perfect kind of thing. So then once you've got that coin, come over here, and then you got to wait for these little fly things. Again, you don't have to wait. It's just, again, some RNG manipulation to do while you're doing the speed run. It helps with the levels later on. Here we go. And again, I know it seems like we're repeating the same sections of the stage over and over again, which isn't typical to a regular speedrun, but what you've got to understand is that repetition is actually very important to a successful speedrun, in that if you don't repeat certain sections of a stage over and over again, you're not going to get a very good time. In fact, your time is about 50% worse each time you do a stage. Now, there is this part here. It's not necessary to go to this top level here. You can just go straight down. But right here, there's a life that helps us manipulate the RNG for this rickety platform here. We just go down here with a little groundy pound. And then we want to move the camera around a lot and panic. That's actually integral to the run here, is just the panicking. And then once we've done that, we can go here. Oh, okay. Oh, and there we go, see? Now, the reason why we died, and I can understand that you might feel a little bit, you know, like things aren't really going our way at the moment. It's actually integral to the run, you see, because you need to have 2 lives. You need to have a life counter of 2 when you get down there. And you see, what we're doing here is, and as you can see, the life counter is actually only down to 3. And I tell you what, there's actually a little bit of a trick that we're doing at the moment, and we'll come back to it later. What you've got to do is stomp on these guys and kill them. And then just come over up here. Now, as you can see, we've got this watermelon block here. There's a coin inside, and this coin, it's actually very integral to the run. It's one of the beauties of this game, is that you can manipulate the RNG with some certain strats here. Oh, you got to grab onto that ledge too. Very important that you grab onto that ledge. And then what we could do is just run over, jump on the heads of these fly boys, and then get onto this brick breaking bit. Now, I know and I understand where you're coming from here. You're probably thinking right about now, look, we're repeating a lot of these parts of the stage a lot for a single run. Are you sure this is in time? Now, what you've got to understand is that repetition is actually a very important part of the speed running journey, and that if you don't repeat certain parts of a stage, you're not actually going to get the time that you want for a run. So now we've come to these watermelons here, and these watermelons are actually very useful. They're not integral to the run, but there's this life here. It actually helps with the RNG manipulation of the stage, and I'm sure that you can understand that RNG manipulation is probably one of the most important parts of any speedrun. So see there? See what we're doing there? That's called showmanship, and not everyone has it. Oh. Got to run over there. Now, see, we're at these sand blocks, and these sand blocks are actually quite integral to the run, in that you have to fall off at this part. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why are you falling off at that sand block? That's crazy. You haven't got the star shine at all. You're a fucking awful platformer. But here's the thing, right? You need to have 2 lives when you finish this to actually get a really good run. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're seeing this top of the screen. You're saying, hey, well, hang on. This has 3 lives up there, but you just said that you need 2 lives in order to have a good run in this game. Now, what I'll do, I'll let you figure that out at the end. I'll let you in on it at the end. But there's this coin here for the meantime that is very integral to the run at the moment for some RNG manipulation. And then we've got these little fly boys here. Just need to run over, and you don't even jump on them. You just fall, because, again, remember what I said, you need to have 2. You need to have a life counter of 2, because you are very good at platforming, aren't you, Maxi? Yes. Anyway, so we go over here, we watch the cutscene in full again, and, yeah, so now you've got a life counter of 2. This is the moment. This is where we are going to beat the video game and do it swimmingly with an excellent time. We're actually still in world record territory here. Now, you need to do, again, this is part of the RNG manipulation. You need to do some damage boosting. That's what that's called. And then you just do a little bit of this jumping here. And remember this coin? That's what I was telling you. RNG manipulation. Wink. There we go. Alrighty. So we got these flyboys again. Now this time we actually jump and jump on their heads. Now I know what you're thinking. Animal cruelty. Not very kosher. But I tell you what, I'm not Jewish, so I don't keep kosher. Doesn't even factor into my life. So I'm gonna have to, you know, draw the line somewhere, as it were. But now we're up here. I know what you're saying. We seem to be repeating ourselves a lot in this stage for single run. But you know, with repetition, it's actually very important for a run. If you don't have a repetition of a particular part of a stage, you're not actually going to get a very good time. Now, we've got these 3 watermelons here. They're very important for RNG. Not exactly integral to the run, but I do like to do it this part of the run, just so we can do a little bit more RNG manipulation for our benefit. Now, we've got that here. There we go. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would you die at that point while you're doing a speed run? Well, you see, you've got to have 2. And you know what I'm saying? You've got to have 2 lives when you're finishing this run, so you can actually, you know, make sure that you complete it. It is, and yes, Starry, that's right. Repetition is one of the main pillars of speed running, as well as one of the main pillars of comedy, I've heard. Although I'm not as well read on that, so you're probably the expert on those sorts of things. But yes, you need to have a lot of repetition in speed running. In order to get the right time. And now here we go. We've got the coin. They're very integral to the run here. So now we've got to go up onto the flyboys. We've done this part before. Again, repetition, very, very important in speedrunning here. There we go. So now we just got to do this part again. Oh, here we go. Now, what I'm doing here, and it might seem that I'm fucking up the jumps and just not hitting the wall properly, it's actually very, very important. It's called wall coding, and it's actually helping for a much later part of the game. So you're not going to see it in this stage per se, but you are probably going to see it later on in the playthrough. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but you know, eventually. Now, of course, we come up to this part of the game here. We've got these 3 watermelons. There is a life under here. It's not integral to the run, but it does help us with some RNG manipulation. Very important for this part of the stage that we get some RNG manipulation going here. And so now we've got this part here. This is called the rickety platform. It's actually very important that we use this platform very carefully in order to get across. Okay, and now we're up here. We just go along our little platforms. Oh, look at that. Perfect. It's the perfect run. And I'll tell you why it's still the perfect run, because we need 2. We need 2 lives in order to get across and actually get that shine to finish the level. That's what we're doing here. And without having died there, we're not going to get that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to go start the level again. Got to kill these guys. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but up here, there's a coin. And it's actually very integral to the run here, so I'm just going to grab that. And you know, again, it's more RNG manipulation there, but, you know, it is a bit more integral to the run there. So now we've gotten up to here, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, look, we've repeated this part of the stage quite a lot. Is this normal for a speedrun? And I say, look, it's not normal for a speedrun of some calibers, but certainly at my level, you definitely want to be doing the strats where, because you know, repeating parts of a stage, it's very important. If you don't repeat certain parts of a stage, you're not going to get the time that you want, obviously. So once we get up here, we can see the shine. It's within our grasp. But first, I like to get these watermelons here. You because underneath these watermelons, and I'm not sure that you're aware, there's actually this life. It's not integral to the speedrun, of course. That is just some more RNG manipulation. And again, it's not necessarily the most useful RNG manipulation, but it is something. Now, you might be thinking, why are you dying at this point of the run? Shouldn't you be finishing it so you can end your suffering? But, ladies and gentlemen, what we've got here is a situation where we need to have 2 lives. You see, we've got 3 going down to 2 there, and that's what we're doing. So we come here, we go along here, then we stomp on these guys' heads. Now we've got to take damage here in order to do some, it's called damage coding, and it helps the game figure out what we're going to be doing much later on in the session. Here, of course, we have a coin here. It's very integral to the run, of course. And then got to step on those flight boys. Got to step on those fly boys there. Here we go. So onwards to freedom. So you might be thinking, why did you die there? And it's actually very important, and I'll explain it a little bit later on, but it has to do with some manipulation of RNG again. But again, of course, now we have 1 life. It's even closer. Again, it's kind of like a countdown. You're counting down to success, really. So the less lives you have, the more success that you're going to see. Now, moving on, we've got this coin up here. It's actually very integral to the run here. So we go on this, get this coin here. Just for a bit more RNG manipulation. And then we go on these flyboys here. So we just stomp on these flyboys. Have a good jumpy time. Alright, and I understand that you've probably noticed by now that we've actually repeated parts of these of this stage quite a lot. And look, I'll explain a little bit later, but repetition is actually very important to speedrunning. It's probably one of the most important, I guess you could call it pillars of speedrunning, is that you need to repeat certain parts of a stage in order to get a runtime that you want. But now we've gotten to this point of the stage here where we've got these watermelons. And so what we need to do is just break these watermelons, and then we've got this life here. Now this life isn't integral to the speedrun here, but what it is integral to is just some RNG manipulation that we want to do a little bit later in the stage. So what we're going to do, we're just going to walk patiently along this platform here. Just do a little bit of walk. A lovely little stroll along this little platform here. We jump along, and we jump along these little platformy sand platform things, as we call them. And we do incorporate the sand platform things as part of the stage there. And you see, that is really all there is to it. Stop the timer. Perfect run. That was, I'm pretty sure, I'm waiting for the judges to say, I'm pretty sure that is a world record run. Was that a world record what? A world record run? Was it? I think it was. Oh yeah, world record! Maxi, it's a world record! Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, how long did that take?